Transformers, issue number 7. That's right, folks. We're entering the new arc, the new era. It's pretty apparent because we are doing a couple of new things. We're introducing a bunch of new characters. We are literally changing the status quo of who the main villain is, and we have a new artist on the book. We knew for a while now that Daniel Warren Johnson was going to stop doing the artwork. He's still doing the writing, still his script. Jorge Corona is doing the actual interiors, and I don't think there's a missed beat. It's definitely a different flavor, but very evocative of what we have seen in this run already. And I think that's really cool. And I love everything this issue sets up. I love everything that we're doing here. The Transformers are just pretty cool, hey? Like, it's kind of cool that something just went from, what if we just made like a toy, to, war's scary and it's going to break a kid's spirit. Not just in terms of like a human, but a machine. So we open up this book on Cybertron. Now, it doesn't say this is taking place in the past, and we are following a couple of characters, including Cup. And Cup, you might know from the movie. That's where I recognize him from. He's working with a couple other people, like Huffer and Alita, and who's the other one? I can't remember the other one. But Warpath? But they're, okay, so yeah, it's Warpath. And they're just like, all right, we make a stand here. We got to get inside this bunker, figure out what's going on. And we have Huffer, who's got like a big shield on his back. It's pretty low, but he can protect them before they get gunned down by the attacking Decepticons. So as they're running into this building, we see that Huffer gets blasted into bits. He's dead. We lost him. Warpath gets blasted to bits too. Oh shit. And Cup, well, he's taken a couple hits and then his head gets blown up, but he buys enough time for Alita to get into the bunker that they're looking at. And she's like, okay, all right, what is going on? What's in here? What have they done to you? And we see like the husk remains of, I'm going to guess it's Ultra Magnus because he comes up in the book later. It's very like specific in tone, not showing you who it is, but that to me reads Ultra Magnus because he is the next guy you do after this happens. So I'm on board for that. We then cut to the Pacific Ocean where like a naval base is like, all right, looks like we figured out there's some big robots off the coast of Washington. Let's go fight them. Then we cut to my favorite part of the book. I've said this numerous times and I will say it again. My favorite Transformer character is Soundwave. I love that aesthetic. I love the vibe of this character. And he's just like, Starscream, we're holding a meeting. We're voting to rule you out. It's time you step down. Your plans have been shitty. And I like that there's a brief second where you see Soundwave kind of like question the extermination of the Autobots. He's like, look, we have to change this. Okay? You're being bad. So I'm challenging you for the right to leadership. And Thundercracker's like, he's challenging you, bro. You have to challenge him back. All of them are just against Starscream at this point, and it's just magnificent. So he's not like ambushed, but he's just kind of like, wait, you guys are serious? And then Soundwave just like blasts him in the head and starts punching him and just kicking him, tearing him to shreds. It's amazing. It's everything I want. Finally, Soundwave is doing some cool shit. He's breaking this guy up. He uses a Laserbeak in like a cheating attack, according to Starscream, where Laserbeak like plucks out one of Starscream's eyes, comes back to Soundwave, and he's just like, "You're a coward. You're an asshole. I'll forgive this whole betrayal, but right now you're doing the wrong thing for our people." And Soundwave's like, "You kicked my dog, bro. You kicked Ravage. I'm fucking killing you," and rips him apart and tosses his corpse down a ravine somewhere just off a cliff. We just killed Starscream. He's dead. Soundwave just took over and he's like, I'm going to use the parts from Starscream to rebuild Ravage, but be certain we're going to rebuild our own together and we're going to conquer this stupid world. Are you with me, my guys? And they're like, yeah, we're with you, dude. You just proven to be the coolest guy in the world. They start chanting, Soundwave, Soundwave, Soundwave. I've never been happier. It looks awesome. It's so cool. I love seeing this with Soundwave. It's really fun. And to juxtapose that sequence, we cut to Carly and RC just talking about like young women in war. We just saw the brutalization of like men tearing each other apart for the sake of command. And you just have these two girls who are like, I've been trained at a young age for war. You are still like capable of not doing this, but I understand your need to because Carly wants to fire some guns. And RC's like, I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I have to learn how to shoot a gun. This sucks. You know who I miss is Ultra Magnus. You know, he protected me when my clan was killed. He's a good guy. He was a decent guy, and he taught me everything, and it sucks that he had to teach me, but I liked him. Just utter destruction. And that takes us to another sequence that's essentially like the same vibe, which is Spike talking with Optimus. And Optimus is trying to get him to talk, but he's like, this is a kid who just lost his father, so I could live. I don't know how to explain that to a kid. How is he going to understand that feeling? He just needs time to worry about it. And as him and Ratchet are kind of like driving away from the hospital, you see Optimus starts having like visions. And I believe the visions we are seeing is like, this is like a baby version of Spike, because Sparky like became his charge. He's having like visions of Spike, kind of like essentially becoming the father figure. It distracts him while he's driving. He like crushes into some trees somewhere, just breaks himself, and he's like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not doing okay right now. Something is clearly off, and I don't know what it is. He's just broken. We cut back to the Autobot base, and you see Wheeljack's trying to heal everybody up. They're just talking about like, yeah, this is war. Everything's hard. Everything's bad. We're kind of ruined. I hope we can get through it. I'm going to try to fix everyone up the best we can, but, you know, we got to defeat the Decepticons here, or it ain't going to be pretty. And Optimus is like, we have the upper hand at the moment. It's all right if everything we're doing. I think we're going to be okay. But I do have a plan where we can get like a better angle of what they're doing. And then we see Optimus look in a room of like they're dead, and there's like spare parts to one of their dead. And then Optimus is like, all right, I have a plan. We're going to heal somebody that can fly so we can see. Is it Jetfire? Because Jetfire did appear in the books, I believe. I don't know if it's Jetfire. Who's another flying Autobot? I can't remember at this point. But I feel like we're going to like bring somebody back to life that can help us. And Optimus is like, all right, we're coming for you, Decepticons. Shit's about to hit the fan. Little does Optimus know, like somebody he almost convinced to turn good is now in charge of the Decepticons. And is probably going to be planning something either deadly or nice. I don't know. But this is really cool. The artwork is consistent with the other stuff. It's just a little bit different. My favorite Transformer just did some dangerous shit. We went on Cybertron for a bit and saw that Alita and Ultra Magnus are going to be doing something. It's pretty cool. You know, this book, it's going in some interesting directions. And I love that we're just like staying true to the tone, that this is hardcore and it's deadly. And that's a really cool thing to see. Makes me smile. I love it. I do love it. And I think this artwork is just as good. It's different a little bit, but it also feels more like the cartoon, if that makes sense. Like there's more stylized faces in like a different way, and things are more like blocky and square in a different way. It's really cool. Still a good book. I really dig it. So Transformers issue number 7, I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for listening to this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.